Hi everybody, it's Hammy, and we're in a new setup today. I'm going to be ranking the Disventure Camp characters, all of the characters from DC1 and DC2, into a tier list. So let's just get started. So the first thing that we need to do is name our tiers. I'm going to put the first one as me IRL because these characters are me. Next is going to be love. Actually, no, it's going to be like this. The heart symbol. Like, not me, but love them. B is gonna be love, or favorites. I'll do favorites. I'm gonna name C as like. D will be neutral. I don't like or dislike these characters. And I'll add another tier, at or below. This is gonna be like, that's the best way I can explain it. And then the last tier will be jail. Meaning, I don't like this character at all. So I'm just going to go based on the list that is here in order. Starting with Hunter. Hunter is going here. You guys know I love Hunter. Hunter, like, he was like the writer's pet in the second season, but I ate that up. I love his character. I love his voice too. Like, he just has such a nice voice. He's a great character. I wish we saw more of him in All-Stars, but like, we did see a lot of him because Ali was in the finals. I just always liked Hunter. He was like my first favorite, aside from Tess. So yeah, like, he always stood out to me. Not me, but heart, because I love Hunter. Next is Jake. Jake, I'm gonna put on neutral. I feel like a lot of people either hate him or love him. I'm just neutral. Like, I don't really care about him. I don't dislike him. He is relatable, like, I will admit that. I'm like fine with him. I'm like, whatever. Ali, I'm gonna put in like. Before season 3, I didn't like her that much. Like, I was neutral on her because her character, like, she developed so much in the 3rd season, and that made me like her. But yeah, like, I wasn't happy when she was announced to be in All-Stars, but then seeing like her character and what she went through, they gave her more development, so I did like her after. So she's going in like. Besides, she's like best friends with Hunter and Tess, so like I have to like her. Next is Fiore. Fiore, definitely one of my favorites. I don't like love her, but I love watching her. I liked her in the 1st season, and then she was just like so funny in All-Stars. She got eliminated early, but like, she always made me laugh, so she's going in favorites. Ashley, I like Ashley. Again, similar to Ali, before this season, I was neutral on her. Like, I wasn't happy about her being in the 3rd season, but they did like give her more screen time. She didn't get booted early, so we got to see more of her, and yeah, I like her. James, I'm gonna put in like. Also, I always liked James. I also hope the pacing isn't too fast. But yeah, I like James, and I always liked him. Like, he's so real. Like, he's one of the realest characters. Like, he doesn't like pretend to be something he's not. And he had like a lot of development in the 2nd season. And he's just funny. Like, we didn't see much of him this season, but I did like seeing James in the last season. And he's just like really great. Like, I liked seeing him. He definitely carried season 2. Next is Alec. Alec, I will put at like also. Alec, I feel like, was at one point one of my favorites. But then in All-Stars, he slowly like decreased for me. Just like his character was like kind of flopping. But he was, like, I do think he was one of the best players in the game. So it was like fun to see him, especially like him, Ellie, and Fiore. Like, I really liked Alec in the 1st season. Also, Alec's character wasn't in the beta originally. So he was like a new character, and he made it to the Final 4. Like, that's really iconic. Like, he ate that. I have to like give him that. Grett, I'm gonna put in like. Grett, I was neutral on before this season, but I really thought Grett was gonna win. Like, in another universe, we had Grett winning this season 3, and I would have ate that up. Like, I really liked her character development this season. I loved how she became friends with Gabby and Ellie. I really liked her character, and yeah. Okay, Yule is going to jail immediately. He's like the one contestant that I just hated. Like, yes, he was funny, but he's like a terrible person. Like, we can all agree on that. Next is Riya. It pains me to do this. Like, okay, I don't know, because Riya is like between like and neutral for me. I don't like the things she did at the end of season 3, but I really liked her character in season 2. And I don't know, like, they kind of messed up her character, and she is really complex. I'm gonna kind of put her neutral, like, literally where Jake is right now. Those two are, like, kind of the same for me. I do like Riya more, and I'm happy that she won instead of him. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's, like, open-ended. I know that there is, like, a part of Riya that is, like, season 2 her, but because of all the things she did, I just have to put her in neutral. But yeah, I loved Riya in the beginning of this season. I will say that, in the beginning of season 3. Miriam, I'm neutral on. I never liked her. I never disliked her. She was just kind of there for me. Not much to say. Connor, I like. Again, like, when they announced he was coming back, I'm like, oh, he's probably making it far because we barely saw him in season 2. His character, like, design kind of changed. Also, I feel like it changed a lot, like, compared to the other ones for me. Like, I just noticed it more, so I was like, oh, okay, like, we saw more of Connor. Connor is a person I like, so yeah, I'm putting him in like, I didn't mind seeing a bit more of him, but he's not, like, my favorite. Tom is going in favorites. I really like Tom. I wish he made it farther in season 3 because he was robbed in season 1. Like, his elimination was like, wow. I thought when I watched season 1, I thought he was gonna go to the finals. Like, I was kind of rooting for him. He's definitely one of my favorites from season 1, so I'm putting him in the favorites. And we're gonna see more of him in the spinoff, so that's nice. Ellie is going straight up here. I don't even have to say it. Y'all know how much I love Ellie. Ellie is just, like, perfect to me. I love her personality. I love how she played the game. I love, like, just, like, everything she did. Like, I reason with her. Like, she doesn't have to apologize for anything, in my opinion. I loved everything she did, and I was like, yeah, I was fine with it. Gabby, I'm putting in favorites. So, also before this season, I liked her, association by Ellie. But I just gotten to like her even more. Like, she was just so silly and sweet, and like, I just don't know how you can't like Gabby. Like, Gabby is amazing. I love Gabby. So she's going in the favorites. Aiden, I'm gonna put Aiden in like. Aiden, James, like, they're like the same for me. And I think some people think Aiden's like overrated. He's always the thumbnail. He's like the writer's pet. I don't care. Like, Aiden is actually how I found this show. Like, I think someone made a TikTok edit of Aiden, and that's how I found Disventure Camp 2 years ago. Like, Aiden to me is like the mascot of the whole franchise. Like, it's like he is the face of Disventure Camp. I love his character design, and I like him too. Like, his voice actor, oh my god. Like, everything about him is great. Like, I don't have a problem with Aiden. I reason with him, love his voice, and he's like, I really thought he was gonna win season 2, and I was rooting for him in the finals, so yeah, I like Aiden. Lake, my favorite. Lake was done so dirty this season. Like, the fact that she got out second, like, yeah, she was the second booted off, and I really wanted her to make the comebacks. And I saw the original lineup that the writers had for this season, and she was gonna make the comebacks. And, like, I don't know, like, we did not see much of her, and she was kind of just like a background character, but I loved Lake. I would have loved to see, like, more of her. And in season 2, she had her whole storyline with her family and how she left her parents. And, like, I just really love Lake, and she's definitely one of my favorites. And I thought that she was going to get, like, second place in season 3. Like, I love Lake. Tess, going up here. Tess is, along with Hunter, those two were my first favorite characters. Like, when I first started watching this show, I loved Tess and Hunter, and I loved them together. And she got eliminated early in both seasons, which kind of sucks. But I love Tess. Like, for me, if I was on this show, I would be Tess. Like, everything about me. Tess is the most relatable for me. And, like, she's me if I was in the show. the way she played just her character. Like, I love Ellie, but Tess is like me. Like, I think I'm more like Tess than Ellie. But I love them both, so I'm putting them both in this tier. Dan, I like Dan. Like, he's almost, I'm not gonna put him in favorites, but like, I really like Dan. The writers low-key hate him. Like, they joked about him being dead. They were gonna originally put him in this season and boot him off first. I don't think he's bland. Like, I don't know. I liked seeing him. I didn't have a problem with him. It was nice to see him with Gabby, and he like called Gabby Gabs, and like, he was a nice guy. Like, I like Dan. Next, Nick. I'm gonna put him in because I didn't like him that much. Like, he wasn't giving to me. And the fact that we saw Nick in the last episode, like in that Instagram story, but we didn't see Dan, I was like, bruh. Yeah, Nick doesn't really stick out to me. I feel like he has a lot of fans, but I just don't care about him. I don't care about Lil either, but I'm gonna put her in neutral. She got booted off early, and then we didn't really see her after that. Like, we saw her in the Instagram story too, but I'm okay with her. Like, I don't really think about her. Drew. Okay, this is a surprise to y'all because I didn't talk about it since Drew isn't in this season, but Drew's going up here. I love Drew. I do. Like, he was done wrong in the first season. He was one of my favorites. Like, he was my favorite guy in season 1. He was just so sweet and adorable. Like, I love Drew. I do. I don't know. I really liked him, and I liked how he bonded with Gabby. And Drew was rooting for Ellie in season 1, which I loved. Like, I like Drew. Will, I'm gonna put in neutral. We barely saw him. Like, his character is interesting because he's like the first one to see Fiore be insane, and then everyone just gaslit him and was like, there's no way Fiore did that to you. So he was robbed, but he did end up dating Ashley. I don't know how that happened, like, behind the scenes, or I don't know if he's also from Texas. Like, I don't know how that happened off screen. But yeah, he was also supposed to be in this season, and I think get booted off quick, but yeah. Rosa Maria going up here. I loved Rosa. I loved her storyline in the second season. I really wish she was in this season. I just, like, Rosa is so sweet. One of the best characters this show has, like, queen. Literally queen. I love her. Sophia, also going in favorites by association of Rosa. Maggie, I'm gonna put in neutral. I don't think this much about that character. Yule did her so wrong. I liked the thing she had with Kai, and her voice was sweet too. So I'm putting her in neutral. Also, I don't know if I'm supposed to be, like, talking and then putting them, but I'm just kind of doing both. Like, I don't know. Kai, I'm gonna put in neutral. I honestly did not care that much about Kai. Like, the fandom is, like, obsessed with shipping him with Yule, and I'm just like, okay. Like, I don't know. I don't really think much about him. Like, he was there. He was chill. I think he is, like, kind of a unique character. They also did him dirty. Like, I don't know. I think because Yule had that alliance, they just, like, got rid of Kai. They all eliminated him. I mean, season 2 mainly was, like, a fever dream for me. Like, early season 2, I don't remember because I watched it 2 years ago. So, like, I don't think much about the plots. But yeah. Next, Carol, I'm gonna put in because, like Nick, I don't really like her. Like, okay. I don't get why they brought her, like, I didn't care when they brought her back in season 2. I was just like, whatever. I don't really like her, I'll be honest. Crystal. I like Crystal. She was a little crazy in season 2, but again, like, season 2 was a fever dream for me. She's relatable too. I like what they did with her character from the beginning to the end, like how she quit, how she just had, like, so much on her shoulders. Like, I like what they did with her. Oliver, I'm gonna put in like. Oliver's a good character. It was nice seeing him in season 2, and then he was, like, testing out the challenges in season 1 and 3. Honestly, Oliver is, like, the definition of that meme that's like, guys, you're gonna want to see this. like that's Oliver as a character. But we love that. Yeah, he kind of makes me laugh. Like, he's just funny to me. Next, Emily. I like Emily. Did she do some questionable things? Yes. But she was funny. I enjoyed watching her character. So I think it was a nice addition. I didn't like how they ended it off with her just getting into that accident, but I like Emily. Trevor. Trevor is one of my favorites. So relatable. The voice actor always like delivers, like he's just so funny. His personality and just his chaoticness is so relatable. And like when I wasn't interested in watching the season 3 contestants, I loved watching Trevor. Like I loved his side plot. He's great. I love Trevor. Derek used to be in jail and for me. Now I'm gonna say neutral. Like because of Trevor, I like him more. Like seeing him like Trevor back. But yeah, I did not like him in season 1, and for most of season 3, I did not like him, but now I'm like, okay, I guess I tolerate him. So, yeah. Marcus A. I don't favor him. I'm gonna put him in like, he's a good guy, good character. I like his character, like, he was kind of like a savior in season 3, like, when he fixed Connor's leg, and just like, he's great. Like, I like him. Nina, I'm gonna put in like 2. A little crazy, especially that thing she did to Aiden. But she's funny too. Like she makes me laugh. Like the things she said this season, so random, but I like her. Jensen, yeah, Jensen. This might change after his staff story episode, but I'm putting him in jail because he honestly was just really scary in season 1, and like he almost killed Tom. Like, I don't know, like the end of season 1 was like, what is Jensen doing? Like, I never liked him. So I'm putting him in jail because I'm pretty sure he literally is in jail, if not dead right now. So yeah, keeping him there. This girl, I don't know why these 2 characters are here, like so random. I'm just gonna put her in, I guess, neutral. I love her look. It's giving queen. Yeah. This lady, I'm gonna put in because we don't know anything about her aside from the fact that Fiore hates her and that she took the money and didn't tell anyone that Fiore left the school. Like, it's just so random. Like, I don't know what to do with that information. So this is my tier list. I hope I wasn't too fast. I like just talked about each character individually. Yeah, these 4 are my favorites. I feel like, I guess some people might think Drew is overrated. We barely saw him, but I loved him. Like, I loved seeing his greetings, and he was rooting for Hunter, by the way. Like, he was rooting for Grett and Hunter, which I think was so cute. And he rooted for Ellie in the first season. And Drew he said that he considers Ellie and Gabby his friends. Like, it's so random because, like, I didn't talk about Drew since he wasn't in this season, but I just liked him. Like, he was just, like, a little boy. Like, we just love that, you know, him and his little notebook. So yeah, these are my 4 favorites. We didn't see Hunter and Ellie interact. I wanted to see that happen. It didn't happen, but he did interact with Tess a lot this season, and I love that Tess and Ellie, like, go to the same school in New York. Like, they are so me-coded because I graduated from university too. Like, I just love these 2 girls. They can do no wrong, and they are both, like, a mix of me. Like, honestly, I mean, I relate to Gabby a lot too, but Tess and Ellie just, like, the best. Like, my favorite girls. And I really hope, I know we're going to see Ellie again in the spin-offs, but I really hope that Tess gets a cameo too, because I'm going to miss her a lot. Her and Hunter especially. Like, those 2 were my first favorites because, like, I watched this show when season 2 was airing. So yeah, and then in season 1, Drew and Ellie were my favorites. Tom too, but mainly Drew and Ellie. So yeah, this is my Disventure Camp tier list, all of the characters. Comment below who you would put the characters in using this format. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!